Hi, hello, Egg here, and I just want to make a quick video talking about Heaven being launched on Steam. Actually, today the game is launching on December 4th, and I've been actually following the game bigger for a very long time. I often talk about Furi as one of my favorite games, and it is one of my favorite games. But the game during its launch on Steam and on PS4 at the time wasn't done as well in terms of marketing. So often, like the interview I have been in, I would mention that Fury is an example of a game that could have done much better in terms of marketing when the game come out during the launch of its product. And the game maker now is making its own new game, its second game called Heaven, which just came out on Steam today. And I have noticed a great shift in how they done their marketing and how much better they're doing it. So I would almost give it like a recommendation for other dev to look at Heaven if they want to market their games in comparison to other indie games out there. So it's quite a night and day example to compare Fury to Heaven, as Fury would be an example of a game that I think could have done marketing much better, but Heaven is an example of a game that did actually, I feel like, done everything they could in terms of marketing to help this game succeed. So I want to just go through some of it really quickly to see what Heaven done differently from Fury's. So first we will look at what they've done on their Steam page. So broadcasting is something so simple yet very few devs has actually done. So what you do is when the game is launching on Steam, you can actually do a live stream on your own page on Steam. So what this is done is that it allow people who come into the game to feel like the game is brand new, it's fresh, right? And so someone is streaming it and broadcasting it. It gives them a live view into someone actually playing the game. And this live stream can be someone else broadcasting the game, or it could be the developer themselves broadcasting the game. Same. So it's a great idea to actually broadcast your game on your launch for your product. So in this case, Heaven it just came out today and it's actually being broadcast live, and you can see this up here when you go into its Steam page, and you can really put your own banner on it. So they have this little nice banner here, actually help with the appeal for the game, and I think it's gonna help with people who coming into the page for the first time to actually get to know the games. The next thing is they use their Discord. So I've been following the game maker for a very long time, since they launched Furies back in 2016 actually, and they launched their Discord really soon after that, and they've been building and building and building their Discord, and it was built ever since Fury was launched, and now it has been a really big platform for them with a bunch of people in their communities. And now for the final push for Heaven launch, they have been update on their Discord for a very long time. So this is another example of how you can use existing marketing platform to market your game. So most recent post by Audrey here announcing the game is being available on Steam, GOG, and Windows Store, PlayStation Plus, Xbox Series X, and Xbox One. So this is a great way for a company with large Discord following, which they built on by themselves with I don't think much big budget at all. I think they have 2 or 3 admin working on it, and they are not doing it full time. So they're doing it, I think, part time as well. So it's actually a low cost investment to look into making your own Discord and actually have a great return on it. And you can see the engagement here is incredible, and when you tied your release to your Steam release and also your GOG release and your Windows Store release, all of your release together, and also the launch trailer uploading at the same time, and other avenue as well, which I'm gonna explore into. They also have an FAQ page which they update for the game launch. They expect that they're gonna have a lot of questions from people. The control page, for example, for people who are new to the game, who might not experience playing this type of game before. It's nice for newcomer. What kind of language it support? So this game is developed by a French studio, and the game have quite a Japanese vibe. So all the games exist in this crossroad between English and Japanese. So it's a pod both English, Japanese, and French. So it's nice to have those, and always it's good to have a Chinese language as a support as well. And then next thing they have is a call to action on their social platform. So this is something you should have on your Discord as well. Just should drop it in whenever you can to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, IMGUR, or Reddit, or whatever platform you choose to use. And the next thing is they have a dedicated spread the word channels on their Discord, so fans can promote the games on other social platforms like IMGUR or Reddit or Tumblr. This is a great way to actually kickstart or jumpstart rather your posts online, because when you start posting something online, it's actually really hard to get traction early on, especially with things like Reddit and IMGUR where there's so much content being posted daily. You're crowded by so many things else. So if you have this dedicated fan who can come in and give you that early upvote, early like, right? It can really help with the algorithm to push your content up, and then you can organically people would pick up the content from there because the content itself actually has good quality. It's just that it's being crowded by other type of low quality effort content. So by having Discord, building Discord in such a way, they can manage to build an organic engagement on their Discord with fan interacting with fans. Here's a great examples of it resulting in an organic conversation on their Discord happening right now on their Discord actually. People who are fans of the game are talking to each other. You know, which platform are you going to play on? When are you buying it? When are you playing it? These are the conversations that gamers often have with each other, and when you produce a platform for them, a social community platform like Discord, where they can come together, this type of stuff can happen organically. And now the game is coming out. People are asking about the review score. What does IGN give the games, right? What does review aggregators like Reddit thread that people review compile different reviews, put the game at? On Open Critics, what's the score like? What's the score like on Metacritic? What's the YouTube coverage and review been like? And these are also something that you can control as well in terms of YouTube reviews, IGN reviews. There are embargo that you can use, and we can actually look into and how the game maker actually utilize it. And it's great when gamers are talking to each other. This is actually the best forms of free marketing you can do, is when you have fans talking to fans. You know, you provide an avenue for people to talk to each other. You put no amount of money in, they just talk to each other and they market the game to each other. And this is market it's a marketer wet dream actually. And also they have a spoiler channel. If you're building a Discord channel, I think it's a great idea to have a spoiler channel. It's so that people who beat the game can stick around afterward, keep people in the channel as long as possible to stick around, and also provide you with valuable feedback. It's good for long-term engagement, and you can actually build an organic and real communities around your games, and you can actually market your next game to them as well. Discord channel for streamer and YouTuber. This is also something I think every Discord channel should have, because there's so many content creators out there, and if you have this type of dedicated channel for them to promote their content, which if you're a streamer and YouTuber, you know you're trying to promote your content, right? So it's a great way to actually help them promote their own content, because the gamer who actually consume these type of content are more likely to buy your game than traditional gamers who have never consumed this type of content before. Anyone who have access to even fundamental level of your game is going to be more likely than someone who haven't played your game. So it's actually a great idea to actually support streamers and YouTubers in such a way. And you can do that also by sending out code, so that YouTuber can review the games and Twitch streamer can review the game by having early code and hop on in, building up the hype for the game launch. Here's a great example of one French YouTuber. Obviously the game maker sent out a code for them, and then they actually review the game and actually post it during the launch of the game. This is a great marketing tool that is actually quite simple to do. Make Steam posts for the game launch on the recent event announcement on Steam section. If you're actually on your Steam page, you might not know there's an announcement you can make on Steam. It's a news section that you can post stuff in. And this is actually really useful because it's not just a news section on your game alone. It actually went on the Steam news and announcement section as well. And it can actually appear on people who are just browsing through Steam. So it's a good idea to actually post these out and actually get your user to upvote these type of content. And that's what Heaven did. Today is the day Heaven is available now. That's what their PR press release read. They provide the pitch for the game, the announcing that the game is coming out. They post the launch trailer that's just got posted on YouTube, right? All this is just coming together, right? And it's a great thing to do. And here's another example of a game that's coming out today as well, that didn't post this, and it's not as good because they're just providing update report when they could actually be telling everyone that this game is coming out today. Get takeover feature on Steam. This is easier said than done to be able to get feature on the top spot on Steam. This is actually the most premium position you can be in. It's reserved for like the biggest release on Steam, and it's completely determined by Steam alone, and you're not there for a very long time. But actually there's stuff you can look into in terms of Steam Work Deep Dive. There's Steam Talk that you can actually look into. Actually Steam actually provide their deep dive into what is the decision making process into making this type of decision, so you can actually design your game around that. Usually it's a big release where they want to feature your game in, so it's actually difficult to get in, but if we can get in, we should. Right? I don't know what's going on here. Alright. Get GOG streamer to team to stream Heaven First Prey 2 live through Twitch. So here is their Twitch page right now, and these are the people who are live streaming the games. A lot of them are French because of the time right now, because of the time I record this. But one of the interesting one is the one on GOG. So GOG have their own streamer team that you can actually contact, and when the game come out, if you work with them closely, they would actually live stream the entirety of the game for you if you actually work with them. So this is what Heaven is doing, and it actually helped their engagement on Twitch as well, and it pushed them up on Twitch. But it doesn't. They could be doing way more on Twitch. I feel like they could be sponsoring a lot of streamers to actually stream the games. They could be sending out way more code for Twitch streamer to actually live stream the game today. Or they could actually give out like Prime subscription reward and stuff like that. But I understand that it's a small game and it's a smaller in scope, so maybe they don't have budget to do that. So, but it's something that they can work on. Another thing that they did is they actually lift their reviews, their playthrough embargoes for the game launch the same day that the game come out, all across the board. So this is something smart, and that's something that I feel like every game should do if you're an indie game, especially because you don't have a campaign that you need to actually walk to. Your game launch is your campaign, right? So if you lift your review embargoes for your game playthroughs and your video reviews all on the same day, you're gonna have this content flooded on YouTube on the same day, right? You also release your launch trailer on the same day. You release the game on the same day. If you do it all at the same time, you flood the YouTube algorithm with your game content, and you create buzz and hype for your games. And also get featured on Steam, on GOG, on top of being featured on Steam. Easier said than done, but it's nice if you can get featured on any type of store platform. It's good to have it. They also join up with Xbox Game Pass. This is something that we can actually look into in terms of subscription service. There's a lot of subscription service out there right now. Xbox Game Pass is one of them, and one of the biggest one. There's also PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Now, and also Origin Access, and other type of subscription service online one like Stadia, and I think Amazon is doing their own as well. So this is a potential avenue we can look into, because when you're putting yourself in a subscription service, you're losing out on potential sale on some platform, but what you get in return is quite a large amount of awareness for your games, and actually it might actually end up boosting yourself, according to what Xbox research have shown from their Xbox Game Pass games. So putting your game on a subscription service might not always be a bad thing, even for the launch of your games. And what in this case is actually quite interesting is that the game maker put their game on during the launch of their games, right? So the announcement of this Xbox Game Pass lineup came out on December 1st. The game came out on December 4th. So there's also only like 3-day gaps. So this is the perfect way to announce something and have it out right away. So that's pretty much it. Just a quick summary on So that's pretty much it. Just a quick summaries on how Heaven launched. I just quickly look into the games and I thought it would be interesting to share it with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed and thank you for watching.